All right, let's move on to Tesla Battery Day, failing to get investors charged up. Stock down, some 5% pre-market. That despite Tuesday's big promises about a super-fast Model S and dramatic battery and manufacturing improvements over the coming years. Tasha Keeney is analyst with global asset manager ARK Invest and joins us now. Tasha, I mean, really, I think investors are already charged up this year with the stocks up almost 400%, so we'll skip that part. What was most revealing about what you heard yesterday from Elon Musk and crew?
Well, I think that the key takeaway here is, you mentioned the $25,000 car. Tesla is reducing battery costs by 50%, increasing range by over 50%, and reducing investment, so the cost to build factories, by 70%. I mean, if you're a traditional automaker, you must be so scared right now. I mean, you're trying to save your core business in the pandemic. And on top of that, you're trying to build an electric autonomous vehicle. And really, none of them have successfully done that, especially on the EV front. Also, if you are building an electric vehicle, a lot of automakers are actually using a different form factor of battery than Tesla. So they couldn't even try to copy Tesla if they wanted to. They'd actually just have to start with a whole new battery platform. But on top of that, I think it's just going to take, at this point with Tesla's patents that they have on this new cell structure and architecture, I think that it could be sort of a lifetime advantage that they have over the auto industry. I mean, I think it'll be massively difficult to catch them.
This is Tasha Keeney, the great Tasha Keeney from ARK Invest, discussing the ramifications and the advances of what took place in the Tesla Battery Day. And I'm going to show you some more videos of her. She really tried to be polite to the interviewer, which was I thought was fine, to explain what is it that happened. Let's watch a little more and come right back. I'm going to tell you something interesting.
I mean, these numbers are huge. 50% reduction in cost per kilowatt hour, 50% increase in range, as you said, and nearly 70% reduction in investment per gigawatt hour. I want to pick you up on what you just said there, because in the past we've discussed this. You've said, look, Tesla's battery technology is, 4 years ahead of the competitors. Are you now saying if, and I'm putting a big emphasis on if, they can achieve this, then that lead would be insurmountable?
I think that's exactly what this means. And the cheaper car, is also another point in that bucket, right? Because now if you want to match Tesla on price and performance, how are you going to do that? Their cars are getting even cheaper. They're breaking into other customer segments. So really, I think their market share should be a lot greater coming out of this announcement. Their future market share should be greater coming out of this announcement too. Because of that cheaper model. And I mean, traditional autos are really just wasting their time on things like fuel cells, which we know is a much less efficient technology, doesn't make sense from an infrastructure perspective. So they really haven't even gotten their ducks in a row yet on batteries, and now Tesla's just running away from them.
It's quite fascinating, isn't it, if we're talking about a $25,000 entry point. And actually, they were saying a fully autonomous Tesla, but we'll skip that bit because I know you get very excited about their advances in autonomous technology and their data collection too, because, if you look on the lifetime basis of an electric vehicle, it works out cheaper, but it's the entry point, the relative height or the greater cost that's difficulty for many people here. If you can bring those kind of costs down, then there's a double whammy here too. But this is all about the future, and I think that's what investors are focusing on today. It looks great, but can they achieve it, Tasha? Why should we believe that they can?
Well, I think Tesla's sort of already achieved the impossible, and we know that they're the leader in batteries. And if you think of where battery breakthroughs happening. If they're happening in the lab in these research centers that are outside the company, where's the first place you want to market your new invention? It's going to be Tesla. So I think that on top of their own internal work, they're likely seeing the most cutting edge research coming at them from every other place in the world. I mean, Elon Musk has said, if you can build a better battery, show it to us. So I think that it's sort of an easy case to make that if anyone can do this, it's Tesla.
I love that idea.
And
they're a magnet.
Yes, so
a magnet for all those that have some kind of groundbreaking potential technology, they go to Elon Musk and Tesla first. Tell me why you're excited about the autonomous opportunities again here, because I know it comes down to the data that they're already collecting and, again, an advantage that you think they have.
Yes, well, one incremental update that we heard last night. Well, first of all, it's notable that this is Battery Day, and Elon Musk mentioned autonomous technology a number of times. I mean, this is clearly so important to them, and they know that. And it makes sense to us because we see this as the next largest opportunity in the auto industry. It's going to completely change the way you look at an auto company if they pull off autonomous technology. They're basically going to have software as a service like margins. But last night we heard, so Tesla has been working on this update to autopilot for some time that basically combines two of the steps that you need in the process to make an autonomous car successfully drive. In doing so, they get an order of magnitude improvement in the efficiency and sort of the processing that you can do in an autopilot. So that seems to say that, you know, this autonomous lead that they have over other automakers is again going to be accelerated by this new thing that they're building, which is this rewrite of their neural net. So Musk said that would come out in full production in the next month. So that's another really exciting development that I think is likely going to be overlooked.
Tasha, I'm going to get shouted at for asking this because we have about 5 seconds, but I know it's a long-term price target. Post-stock split, what number should we be focusing on for ARK Invest?
So we're working on updated research. Look out for that. But our published price target right now, if you account for the stock split, would be about $1,400 per share.
$1,400.
Yes, and so that's really taking into account the electric and the autonomous opportunity. You have to value this company like a technology company that it is.
I watched the entire Tesla Battery Day from beginning to end, like 3 hours or so. And I want to tell you, I felt like I was part of history. I was part of something historical that happened and that Wall Street analysts just didn't get. And I read every business blog, everything. And the fact that the Tesla stock fell down, you know, bounced back a little bit yesterday, is just mind-boggling of how clueless these stock analysts are. Headline that disappointing. One from somebody from Bloomberg said it was not articulated well. They were not prepared. They're giving you facts how battery cost is going to go down by 50%. We're talking about $60 per kilowatt hour battery. Just for reference, 10 years ago, it was $1,100. Okay, we're talking about increase of range by 50%. We're talking about a $25,000 all autonomous electric car. Sandy Monroe said by 2030, the ice age will be over. Let me know in the comments your thought below about what happened in Tesla Battery Day and what you think about the great Tasha Keeney's comments. See you tomorrow, guys.